You're not going to believe what just happened.
What now? Don't tell me Vanessa pulled another stunt.
She accused me of cheating, Rach, in front of the entire family,
Wait, what?
right in the middle of Sunday dinner. James, his mom, his uncles, even the kids were in the next room.
Are you freaking kidding me? What did she say exactly?
Some women pretend to be perfect wives, but cheat behind their husband's back. And then she looked right at me.
That's psycho. How did you not throw the turkey at her face?
Because I'm not her. I just stood there, staring. James went pale. His mom gasped like it was some soap opera.
What did James do?
He said, "Vanessa, this isn't the time." Like some cowardly mediator.
OMG, Claire, I can't even. Why would she say that?
Because I think she found the texts from Brian.
Wait, Brian from your office? I thought y'all were just work buddies.
We are. But he texts me jokes sometimes, dumb memes. And last week we had dinner after the late pitch meeting. That's it.
How would she even see your messages?
Remember her phone broke last weekend? She used my iPad while we were staying at the lake house. I forgot to log out.
Unreal. She went digging.
She screenshotted our chat, then sent it to her own phone.
You're kidding.
I wish I was. And she showed it to James before dinner.
What did he say?
He just kept asking, is there something I should know? Like, he didn't even trust me.
You've been married for 12 years. She drops one screenshot and suddenly you're guilty.
I've never cheated, never even thought about it. And she's got the audacity to play judge and jury.
Oh, she wants to watch your world burn. Classic Vanessa.
Yeah, well, she forgot one thing.
What?
I've got receipts, too.
Wait, receipts of what exactly?
Her business trips to Palm Springs, her luxury bags, her spa weekends. Want to guess who's paying?
OMG, Claire. No, you found her sugar daddy, didn't you?
Oh, I didn't have to find him. He showed up to the family BBQ 3 months ago.
Wait, the bald guy with the Tesla?
Bingo. Richard, 62, married twice. Has a daughter older than Vanessa, but he pays for her penthouse and plastic surgery.
This is insane. Does James know?
Not yet, but he will.
You're going to tell him?
Number I'm going to tell everyone at once.
Oh my God.
I'm done playing nice. If she wants to humiliate me in public, I'll show her what real humiliation looks like.
You're a savage and I love it.
It's not even about revenge. It's about truth. I've kept my mouth shut for too long.
So what's the plan?
Family brunch. This Saturday, I'm bringing an iPad of my own.
Screenshots?
Screenshots, Venmo, receipts, hotel bookings. Her business emails sent from her Gmail at 2 a.m. in lingerie.
Holy poop.
She messed with the wrong wife.
You're gonna burn the whole place down.
Correction, she lit the match. I'm just holding up the mirror.
Claire, I've been thinking about it all night.
About what?
You going nuclear at brunch. Are you sure? Once you cross that line.
Rach. She accused me of cheating in front of my kids. She wanted destruction. I'm just giving her what she asked for.
I get it. I do. I just don't want you to regret anything.
I won't. I've kept her secret for too long. Protected her. And for what? So she can destroy my name in front of my family?
You think James will finally open his eyes?
He better. Or we have bigger problems than his sister.
Okay. What exactly are you planning to show? Just so I'm ready to clean up your PR mess if needed.
Screenshot of her hotel booking in L.A. under business trip. Paid by Richard's credit card.
Savage.
Screenshots of their texts. I miss your lips, baby girl. And her reply, can't wait to wear the red dress you got me.
Claire.
It gets better. Receipts from Neiman Marcus. The gold watch she won at a company raffle, charged to Richard L. Winston.
You're literally turning brunch into a murder mystery special.
It's time they saw who she really is. The innocent little sister mask needs to come off.
And you're not worried about James thinking you're just being vindictive?
I'm not doing this out of spite. I'm doing this to survive. I'm not letting a liar paint me as a homewrecker.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I hate that it came to this.
Same. I didn't marry into a family to be stabbed by one of them.
When's brunch again?
Saturday, 11:30, his mom's house. Vanessa's supposed to bring dessert,
Irony writes itself.
and I'll bring the truth.
What if she denies everything? Calls it fake?
I've got a screen recording of her iMessages. Can't fake a lock screen with her face.
You really went full private investigator.
I had to. She's been planting seeds of doubt with James for months. Subtle things. Claire works late a lot, huh? Claire seems really close with Brian.
Wow, that snake.
She even told Linda once that I acted weird after our anniversary dinner.
She's been laying the groundwork for this for a long time.
Exactly. So no more silence.
Will Linda take your side?
Doubt it. She still sees Vanessa as the baby of the family, but after tomorrow, maybe she'll see her as the woman dating her friend's ex-husband.
No way.
Yep. Richard used to be married to one of Linda's book club girls. He cheated on her with a much younger woman.
OMG, Claire, this is bigger than I thought.
You're telling me. I stayed silent because it wasn't my story to tell. But then she tried to ruin mine.
And now the reckoning is coming.
Vanessa thinks she can weaponize shame. I'm about to show her what happens when you hand your enemy the match and they're standing in gasoline.
I swear, if this were a show, I'd binge every episode.
Too bad it's my life.
If you need someone to back you up, I'm one call away.
I appreciate that. I might need you after the fallout.
Fallout's coming no matter what, but better it happens with the truth on your side.
James asked me last night if I ever felt something missing in our marriage.
Wow, so she really got in his head.
She's poisoned everything, and I won't let her finish the job.
He needs to see who the real liar is.
I just hope he can handle it.
And if he can't?
Then maybe I've been married to the wrong Winston for 12 years.
Damn.
I meant it. I'm not holding my breath for loyalty anymore. I want clarity and closure.
You deserve both, and peace. Don't forget peace.
One step at a time. First, the confrontation.
Okay, General, let's go over your ammo one more time before battle.
All right. iMessage thread with Richard tagged with her face. Hotel receipts with Richard's billing info. Photos from Palm Springs. Her in that red bikini, him in the background, shirtless.
She posted those to IG stories, right?
She did. But I screen recorded because she deleted them an hour later.
Of course she did.
Then there's her email to daddyrickfinance@gmail.com asking for the March allowance early.
Oh my God.
I know. I didn't want to believe it either, but I'm tired of being the family's scapegoat.
You've got a full courtroom presentation ready.
They wanted a show. I'm giving them a trial.
I hope James finally gets it, finally sees what she's done.
If he doesn't, I might need a couch to crash on.
Mine's ready, with wine and a taser.
Perfect. Just in case she lunges at me with a fork.
You think she'll break or double down?
Vanessa doesn't break. She shatters in silence, then rebuilds a prettier mask.
So she'll deny it all?
She'll cry. Play victim. Say I hacked her phone. Call me jealous.
Jealous of what? A rented face and a leased identity?
Exactly.
Don't hold back, Claire. Not anymore. Speak it all.
I will, and then I'll leave the rest to the silence that follows truth.
You've already won. You just need to show up and say it.
Then I will. Tomorrow at 11:30. She'll bring pie. I'll bring justice.
I'll be praying for popcorn.
Pray for James. He's about to see his sister as she really is.
And if he stands with you, you'll come out stronger than ever.
And if he doesn't, I'll walk out with my head high and my truth intact.
I'm proud of you, so damn proud.
I just want my kids to grow up knowing silence isn't strength. Truth is, I just pulled up. Her car's already here.
Breathe, you've got this.
My hands are literally shaking.
That's adrenaline, power, own it.
Linda opened the door, said, "You look tired."
Because passive-aggressive is the family dialect.
James barely looked at me, said, "Hey," like I'm his accountant.
Ugh, you need to hit play on those receipts like, now?
Vanessa just walked in with a tray of lemon squares, smiling like she didn't nuke my life last week.
Dead woman walking.
She kissed James on the cheek and said, "Hope today is less dramatic than Sunday."
I swear I'd throw her into the fondue pot.
Everyone's seated. Linda just started her little speech.
How many people are there?
Us, James's two uncles, Aunt Marion, Linda, and Vanessa, the usual crew. Kids are in the next room with a movie.
And Richard.
Not yet.
You sure he's invited?
Oh, yeah. I overheard Linda say, "Hope Rick can make it before the pie gets cold."
She's calling him Rick now.
Like he's Santa Claus, not her daughter's sugar daddy.
Claire, you got this. You're calm, focused, with the truth in your pocket.
I feel like I'm about to testify in court.
You are, and the jury's starving for honesty.
James just asked me if I'm okay. I said, "I'll let you know in an hour."
Damn, ice cold.
Vanessa's talking about work. We're launching a new client in Milan. Girl, you haven't worked a day since April.
I'd pay to see you stand up and say, "Tell us more, CEO of Lies."
Linda just passed me the salad like she wasn't glaring at me last week.
Fake peace is the calm before the detonation.
I'm waiting until dessert. Everyone's settled then. Phones down, all eyes on me.
Okay, one more time. You have texts, booking receipts, email screenshots, and
Screen recording of her with Richard's face reflected in her wine glass. Time-stamped. IG story archive.
chef's kiss.
She just complimented my necklace. Said, "Brian has good taste."
She did not.
I nodded and said, "Not as good as Richard's, right?"
Claire, I'm screaming.
She blinked. Hard, but didn't react. Just sipped her wine.
She knows you're onto her.
I smiled and said, "We all have our little secrets, don't we?"
She's shaking in her heels under that dress.
Dessert's coming out. Here we go.
I'm with you. Let's do this.
Linda just said Vanessa's lemon squares are James's favorite. James smiled. I didn't.
Because your truth is way sweeter.
I just cleared my throat. Everyone turned. Time slowed.
Claire, deep breath, fire.
I said, "Before we dig in, I'd like to share something."
Hearts pounding. What did they say?
Linda said, "Now, Claire?" And I said, "Please." It won't take long.
Strong, composed.
I opened my iPad, hit play.
And,
Richard's text to Vanessa, displayed, right on the screen.
oh no,
Her face went white. James blinked twice. Linda gasped.
did anyone speak?
I let it play, scrolled slowly, then said, "These are from Vanessa's phone. I didn't hack it. She synced it to mine."
That's receipts with integrity.
Vanessa said, "You had no right."
I bet you said you had no right to accuse me of cheating.
Close. I said, "You had no right to lie about me while living a lie yourself." James asked, "What is this?" Vanessa said, "It's not what it looks like."
That phrase has never worked once in history.
I said, "This is the man funding her lifestyle, including the fake job in Milan."
Reaction?
James looked like he got slapped.
Linda?
She said, "Claire, enough." But I kept going. Showed the email asking for her monthly support early.
You are the courtroom drama I never knew I needed.
Vanessa stood up and said, "This is personal and disgusting."
No, babe. What's disgusting is dating someone twice your age while calling your SIL unfaithful.
I said, "You wanted a scene last Sunday? Here it is."
3 fire emojis.
James hasn't said a word in 2 minutes. Just looking at her like he doesn't recognize her.
He's realizing the sister he defended threw gasoline at his marriage.
Vanessa stormed out, left the lemon squares. No goodbye.
Classic coward exit.
I looked at Linda, said, "I don't care if you never liked me, but I never lied to your son."
Boom.
She said, I didn't know about any of this."
She did, but now she's pretending she didn't.
I packed my things and left before James could say anything.
Where are you now?
In the car, in the driveway, breathing.
Claire, that was the bravest thing I've ever seen.
I don't feel brave. I feel hollow.
You dropped the weight of their lies off your shoulders. That ache is freedom.
Do you think I just destroyed everything?
I think you saved your own name, your truth, and maybe your marriage if James wakes the hell up.
If he doesn't?
Then you'll rebuild, without lies this time.
She thought I'd crumble.
But you stood taller, in front of everyone.
I want to cry. Not because of her. Just years of holding in peace to keep their family calm.
Let it out. You finally chose you.
And I'm never going back.
Good. Now come over. I have wine and a blanket waiting. And lemon squares if you still have the appetite to steal hers.
Haha, on my way.
Did James text you yet?
He just did. 1 hour ago. 3 words. We need to talk.
Classic. Not I'm sorry, not I was wrong. Just that.
I haven't answered yet. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
You're supposed to say, talk to my truth first.
Part of me wants to scream at him. The other part just wants him to say something real.
He watched his sister implode and still needs to process.
He's quiet when he's stunned. Always has been. After his dad's stroke, he didn't speak for 3 days.
That's grief. This is betrayal.
I don't know if he's grieving the truth or regretting defending her.
Maybe both.
I'm not chasing him. I've chased peace long enough in that house.
Good. Let him do the running now.
You should have seen Vanessa's face when the IG story played. Her smile dropped like a trapdoor.
She's used to controlling the narrative. You wrote your own ending.
I wonder what she told Richard after she stormed out.
Probably cried on the leather seats of the car he pays for.
I didn't expect to feel this numb.
That's what happens when you carry dignity through a battlefield.
I got home and the kids hugged me like nothing happened. Said, "Mommy, you smell like lemon cookies."
God, that hit.
I had to lock myself in the bathroom just to cry without them seeing.
You're allowed to feel every emotion. You stood tall, but you're still human.
I looked in the mirror and saw a woman I haven't seen in a long time.
Who?
Me, the version of me who doesn't flinch when others throw shame.
Claire, you didn't just clear your name. You claimed it.
Linda called me an hour ago. I let it go to voicemail.
She can wait. Let them all wait.
She said, "I didn't know what to believe. I just wanted to keep the family whole."
By letting her daughter lie, that's not family, that's image management.
She begged me not to make it worse by going public.
It was already public the moment Vanessa opened her mouth last Sunday.
She said, "Vanessa's hurting too." I said, "Then she shouldn't have used a knife."
On fire.
I don't think Linda will ever truly be on my side. But maybe she'll stop looking down her nose at me.
She saw what grace with teeth looks like.
I asked her if she knew about Richard. She went silent for 7 seconds, then said, "I had suspicions."
So she knew. She always knew.
I asked why she never said anything. She said, "Because I thought it would pass."
Money doesn't pass, neither do power trips.
I hung up after that.
Good. Enough energy wasted.
I keep thinking about James's face, not when I showed the messages, but after. When Vanessa left.
What was it?
Like a mirror cracked. Like he didn't know where to look anymore.
Because for the first time, he saw who stood still and who ran.
I always thought loyalty was love, but I think it's clarity. Loyalty without clarity is blindness.
And love without truth is manipulation.
Maybe we both woke up yesterday.
Then let him earn a seat at your table now. No more automatic forgiveness.
I used to believe we were stronger than outside drama.
Until the drama came from inside the house.
Exactly.
What now?
I don't know. I don't feel like talking to him tonight.
Then don't. Let silence speak for once.
He just texted again. "I'm outside. Can we talk?"
Claire, you ready?
Number, but I'll go. I'll let you know what happens.
I'm right here, always.
I'm back.
And?
We sat in the car for 10 minutes in silence. He looked like he hadn't slept.
Good.
Then he said, "I'm sorry."
Did you believe him?
I asked, "For what?" And he said, "For not believing in you, for letting her speak over you."
Finally.
Then he said, "You didn't just defend yourself. You showed me who she really is."
Wow, that's growth.
He asked if I could forgive him. I said, "Forgiveness isn't a moment. It's a process."
And that's the most honest thing you could have said.
He nodded, said he wants to rebuild trust, slowly, if I let him.
Do you want to?
I don't know, but I know I want peace. And maybe that begins with honesty, not comfort.
He saw your strength. Now let him earn his place beside it.
He held my hand, said, "You shouldn't have had to do that alone."
He's right.
I said, "I didn't want to, but I had no choice."
Because you've always been the adult in that room.
He cried, rage, real tears, said he failed me, said he let his loyalty to Vanessa blind him.
That's the first time he's really taken responsibility.
I told him I need time, space. No more tiptoeing around family lies.
Claire, this is a new beginning.
Maybe, or the cleanest ending I've ever written.
Either way, it's yours.
And for the first time in years, that feels like enough.
I'm so proud of you I could scream.
Save your voice. We've still got 32 more chapters of this saga left.
Bring them on. How did you sleep?
Not great. I kept replaying everything in my head.
Totally normal. Your nervous system's still buzzing from war.
James slept on the couch.
His choice or yours?
Mine. I needed air, distance, quiet.
Did he say anything this morning?
"Do you want coffee?" I said, "No."
Good. Let him sit in the discomfort.
Vanessa texted me at 2 a.m.
What?
"Hope you're happy. You ruined everything."
Number, she ruined everything. You just stopped covering the crime scene.
I didn't respond, not giving her more of me.
Exactly. Starve the drama.
She posted some cryptic quote to Instagram this morning.
Let me guess. Something like, lions don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep.
Some people only rise by tearing others down.
Oh, for the love of God.
Comment section is full of "you got this, babe," and "haters gonna hate."
She's playing the victim to people who don't know the truth.
She always was good at rewriting the script.
But she can't erase what the people in that room saw.
James's Aunt Marion texted me this morning.
Oh, what did she say?
"Just wanted you to know. I saw the whole thing, and I believe you. I always have."
Finally,
She said, "That girl's been dancing in lies since high school."
so they knew. They just never said it.
I think they were all afraid of stirring the pot.
And you just flipped the whole damn stove.
I keep thinking about how quiet the room was after Vanessa left.
Truth has a way of silencing fake comfort.
James looked like a man holding the ruins of a church he prayed in his whole life.
Because he finally saw who was building altars on sand.
He asked if he could take me out this weekend. No pressure, just us.
Are you gonna go?
I said, "Maybe."
Smart. He needs to sit in maybe.
I'm done being the default yes to keep things smooth.
You're allowed to be conditional now. He's the one who has to prove something.
I asked him yesterday, "Would you have believed me if I didn't have proof?"
Oof. What did he say?
I want to say yes, but I honestly don't know.
At least it's honest, but damn, that hurts.
It did. But I'd rather hear an ugly truth than another pretty lie.
That line needs to be on a t-shirt.
Maybe I'll start a merch line. Truth hurts, but lies rot.
I'd buy 10.
Vanessa's been quiet since 2 a.m. I don't think she expected silence from me.
She expected rage, screaming, a fight she could twist into a pity party.
Instead, she got a locked door and no audience.
And that's scarier than any insult.
Linda dropped off a casserole this morning.
Wait, what?
Thought you might be too tired to cook. It's chicken and rice.
From daggers to dinner, classic guilt casserole.
I thanked her, politely, didn't invite her in.
Good. Let her sit with the silence too.
I think she's realizing the daughter she put on a pedestal never stood on her own 2 feet.
And the daughter-in-law she dismissed was the only one holding up the house.
She said, "James is lucky you didn't walk away."
And you said?
I'm still thinking about it.
Oof, goosebumps.
I meant it. This isn't a dramatic pause. It's a real evaluation.
As it should be. You're not the prize to be pitied, you're the standard to be earned.
Last night, I sat on the porch with a blanket and asked myself, would I want my daughter to accept this?
What did you answer?
Number, so why should I?
Exactly.
And yet, part of me still loves the man who sat beside me in the NICU when Emma was born.
Of course you do. Love doesn't vanish, but it also doesn't excuse blindness.
He said, I see you now, Claire. And I told him, then stop blinking.
Your words are bullets and scripture.
Maybe, or just overdue honesty.
Truth doesn't need poetry, but girl, you make it sing.
I'm taking today for myself. No family, no fixing.
What's on the agenda?
Coffee, a long bath, and deleting every one of Vanessa's inspo quotes from my feed.
Healing goals.
She once posted, energy is sacred. Protect yours. I should have taken it seriously from someone else.
Now you're the one guarding the gate.
It's locked with a steel code, and I'm not handing out spare keys anymore.
That's the Claire I missed.
I think she's finally home.
Welcome back, love. Did he ask you again about that weekend dinner?
He did. Said he made a reservation at the place we went on our first anniversary.
Symbolism overload.
I told him, I'm not ready to celebrate anything yet.
Power move.
He said, I just want to remind you of what we built.
Did you remind him you were the one holding the hammer?
I told him, memories don't mean much without effort in the present.
Oof, cold and holy.
I asked him, if Vanessa hadn't said anything, would you have ever doubted me?
What did he say?
I don't want to lie. I think she planted doubts, and I let them grow.
At least he's owning it now, but damn.
Yeah. But honesty doesn't erase the wound. It just shows you where to stitch.
And whether it's worth stitching at all.
Exactly.
Any word from the ghost of Lemon Square's past?
Nope. Vanessa's gone radio silent. Her Instagram is deactivated.
Whoa!
I think the mask finally cracked beyond repair.
Do you feel bad for her at all?
Weirdly, yes. Not because she doesn't deserve consequences, but because I know what it's like to live in an image.
True, but the difference is you didn't weaponize your image against others.
She built herself on being the fun one, the cool sister, the one who tells it like it is. But none of it was real.
People who need constant applause rarely know who they are in the silence.
She's sitting in silence now, and she probably hates it.
Let her. You earned peace. She earned reflection.
I've been thinking about who I was before James, before the family dinners, before the compromises.
Tell me about her.
She laughed louder. She traveled alone. She had opinions that didn't shrink in the face of someone else's comfort.
God, I love her.
Me too. I missed her for years.
What would she say to you now?
Why did it take you so long to come home?
And you'd say,
Because I thought love was supposed to hurt sometimes.
Claire?
But I know now. Love isn't pain you tolerate. It's peace you protect.
I want to print that on your wall.
Maybe I'll frame it above my bed, where guilt used to sleep.
I'm crying in aisle 3 of Trader Joe's just so, you know.
I started writing again.
What?
A journal, just for me. Just thoughts, truths, unfiltered reflections.
You haven't written in years.
I forgot how good it felt to hear my voice, just mine, on the page.
You're becoming the version of you that little Claire would have admired.
I'm becoming someone I admire.
That's the only applause worth anything.
James asked if I wanted to go to counseling.
And?
I said yes, but not as a promise to fix, as a commitment to explore if it's fixable.
Perfect answer.
I told him, don't go in trying to win me back. Go in trying to understand why I nearly left.
Truth that cuts and heals.
I'm not staying out of guilt or fear or history.
Then you're already freer than you've ever been.
I still love him, but I'm not the same woman who said, I do.
And maybe he needs to meet this new version and earn her.
That's what I told him. You don't get her by default. You meet her with curiosity or you lose her with assumption.
My whole body got chills.
I don't want flowers. I want accountability.
I'll send that quote to every man I know.
He listened. He didn't interrupt. He just said, "You're right. I want to learn her."
That's the most beautiful thing I've heard from him this whole time.
It's a start, not a finish.
Beginnings matter, especially when they're not repeats.
I've been cooking again.
What? The woman who ordered Thai 3 times a week?
I forgot how much I love it when no one's demanding anything.
Healing in recipes, I love it.
I made blueberry muffins yesterday. Gave half to the neighbor I always avoided because of family drama distractions.
Claire, you're growing roots in places you didn't even know were empty.
I'm finding out how much I left behind while trying to be enough for people who didn't know what they wanted.
You were always enough. They just didn't recognize treasure from tarnish.
That's their loss.
And your freedom.
I don't know what comes next, but for once, I'm okay not knowing.
That's where real life begins.
I'm not surviving anymore. I'm choosing.
And every choice you make now is yours, not theirs.
I'm not just the wife, not just the mom, not the fixer or the forgiver. I'm Claire. Full stop.
And full strength.
I love you, Rach.
Right back at you, Sister of Fire.
I'm going for a walk. No destination, just air and sky.
Then walk like a woman who's reclaiming her breath.
I already am.
Did you sleep okay last night?
Better than I thought I would. It was the first night I didn't flinch at the sound of my own thoughts.
That's called healing, babe.
James made breakfast this morning.
Oh, really? What kind of guilt-flavored omelette did he serve?
Pancakes, burned the edges, forgot I don't eat syrup.
Classic trying husband behavior.
He said, "I'm learning." And I said, "I'm watching."
Damn, girl.
I'm not handing out forgiveness like coupons anymore.
As you shouldn't. Let him earn the buy one, get one emotional clarity.
I told him if he's rebuilding, he needs to do it without expecting applause.
You're setting boundaries like a pro.
I feel weirdly peaceful, like the chaos stopped echoing.
That's what happens when you stop watering weeds.
I took a walk this morning. No phone, just air and sky.
Was it quiet?
It was loud in all the best ways. My own voice came back.
You're really starting over, aren't you?
I think I am. Not by burning it all down, just by planting something new.
And letting the old rot fall away.
I passed the little antique shop on Maple.
The one you always said you'd explore but never had time for?
I went in, bought a ring, not for any reason, just because it was pretty and mine.
That's the most beautiful thing I've heard today.
I don't want the old version of anything anymore. Not the marriage, not the woman I used to perform as.
You don't need to perform, you just need to be.
I saw a mom at the park yelling at her kid, and I didn't judge. I just thought, she's probably exhausted.
Because you've been her.
Exactly. And now I finally want to be someone else. For me.
What about James? Has he brought up Vanessa again?
Number, he's pretending she doesn't exist.
That's not healing, that's erasure.
I told him silence won't save us. Only truth can.
And did he listen?
He said, "I'm scared if we talk about her, you'll leave."
And
I said, "If we don't talk about her, I already have."
Claire, that line, phew.
I'm not staying in a marriage that requires denial as a love language.
You deserve nothing less than radical clarity.
I think he's trying, but he's still learning. I'm not who I was when we met.
You're not. You're stronger and softer and deeper.
I want a marriage that evolves with me, not one that cages me in a memory.
Then speak that truth again and again until the walls adjust or the door opens.
He asked if we could take the kids to the lake next weekend.
Family trip.
I said yes, but with a caveat.
Which was?
This isn't pretend peace. If something feels fake, I'm stepping away.
Standing ovation from me in my kitchen.
I'm so done with quiet resentment in pretty cabins.
Let the kids build memories, but let you build truth.
I looked at myself in the mirror today. No makeup, just me. And I thought, she's not broken.
Because she's not. She's becoming whole.
For the first time in years, I smiled at my reflection and meant it.
That's the woman I've been waiting for.
She's here. She's not going anywhere again.
Promise.
I do, and this time, the vows are to myself.
Did you end up saying yes to the lake weekend?
I did, but I set the terms. We go slow, no pretending.
That's the difference between peace and performance.
Exactly. I told James, don't smile if you're just hiding.
And what did he say?
I'm not hiding. I'm watching and learning.
So he's still trying.
Yes. And for once, I'm not trying back just to make things easier.
You're holding space, not taking blame. That's huge.
I packed books, a journal, and no makeup.
Symbolic unpacking while packing. Iconic.
The kids are excited. Emma asked if we're a happy family again.
That hurt to read.
I said, we're learning how to be an honest one first.
You're raising them in truth. That's everything.
We arrived last night. The lake's calm. The house is quiet.
What about James?
He made dinner, didn't ask for praise, just made food, and let me eat in silence.
That's real progress.
After the kids went to bed, we sat by the fire pit. He said, thank you for not giving up.
Did you respond?
I said, thank me when you've earned staying.
On fire.
I told him I'm not here because it's easier than leaving. I'm here because I'm strong enough now to stay on my terms.
He needed to hear that. You needed to hear yourself say it.
I think for the first time, he really saw me. Not the mother, not the wife, just Claire.
And he's lucky that version of you didn't disappear.
He asked, what does rebuilding look like to you?
What did you say?
It means nothing is assumed. It means showing up every day like I'm a new person you want to learn.
Girl, you should lead workshops.
He nodded, said, then I'll stop trying to rewind and start paying attention to where you're going.
That's the first time I've actually liked something he said.
I'm not falling for words, but I'm watching what he does next.
That's growth. That's guardrails with grace.
This morning I woke up before everyone, sat on the dock with coffee.
Did it feel different?
Yeah, the stillness didn't feel like pressure anymore. It felt like possibility.
That's your next chapter calling.
I thought about the woman who walked into that brunch 2 weeks ago.
And the one who walked out of it.
I didn't just defend my name. I reclaimed my story.
And closed a book that wasn't yours to carry.
I still feel anger sometimes, but it doesn't own me now.
Anger is the smoke. What you did was find the fire, put it out, and rebuild on cleared ground.
I don't even hate Vanessa anymore. I pity her because she's still chasing validation in borrowed mirrors.
Let her chase. You're not looking back.
She sent a final email. No apology. Just said, you won.
Ugh, that's not a win. That's deflection.
I didn't respond. I just archived it.
That's called emotional maturity.
James saw it, asked what I planned to do. I said, Lev.
Claire, I'm so proud of you I can't even type straight.
I think I finally understand what freedom feels like.
Tell me.
It's not walking away. It's walking forward without dragging anything that isn't mine.
I'm saving that forever.
I'm not scared anymore. Not of loneliness, not of endings, not of silence.
You made a home inside yourself, and no one can evict you from that.
Tomorrow we go home, but I'm not returning to the old house.
Because you're the new foundation now.
I'm going to therapy, alone, just for me.
Yes.
I told James, our future will never be stronger than my present self-worth.
That line belongs in a frame, a book, and the next constitution.
I've spent too long being good for everyone else. I want to be real for myself now.
That's not selfish. That's sacred.
Thank you for being here through all of this.
Always. I don't cheer for your pain. I just stay until the strength shows up.
I love you. Deeply. Fiercely. Like family should.
I love you right back. And don't you ever shrink again.
Never. She's gone. This version, the real one, she's staying.
Welcome home, Claire.
I'm already here.